Hello everyone and welcome to the game called Pulsatio Cordis. Pulsatio Cordis is a game about love and we're gonna find it today. So let's go ahead and start the game and see what it's all about. First name is Meow. Mew. What is my last name? Dick. Mudek. Mudek. What are your pronouns? I guess she, her. Just to confirm, your name is Mudek and your gender is female. Yes, okay. I recently moved back to the town where I spent my childhood. We've only been back for a few months. My parents ran into financial troubles, so we sold our house and moved back here. I can't say I'm complaining. The city has its own ups and downs. And to be honest, I couldn't really get along with a lot of the kids at my old school. It feels so weird to how everything has changed since I was gone. Many of the shops and buildings I used to visit as a kid are gone, torn down or replaced. More importantly, there's the people at my new school. I remember many of them from primary. I was even friends with some of them. Of course, you can't leave for 8 years, come back, and then expect everyone to acknowledge you like they would have back then. The excitement of a new student in our year group fizzled out quickly. Soon, I went from being coddled by all the popular kids to barely even existing. So now I usually sit in a secluded corner of the school field, doing my best not to make it obvious that I'm sitting alone. Sometimes I'll talk to someone in class and get them to let me join their friend group, but it never lasts long. Honestly, it feels kinda demoralizing. It's not as if I'm being outright bullied, but that almost feels better than just being ignored. No, it's not. No, it's not. I usually try to stay out of people's ways, but when there's trouble, I can't help but want to get involved. Sure, maybe I just want the clout that comes with exposing some conspiracy to blow up the school or some secret student-led drug trafficking ring, but alas, I'm not that lucky. Man, I wish there was a secret student-led drug trafficking ring at my school. I would've got on that real quick. At one point, when I tried to defend a junior who was being harassed for a despicable crime of blocking off someone's locker, I was paid back dearly. They threatened to spread rumors about me all over school about my opinion on moving back. People would think I was shallow and spoiled, preferred the big city to our quaint little town. That was calling it a shithole. It would have ruined my reputation. But someone saved my life. His name was Liev Latanez. I'm not sure if I said that right. Head boy of our school. Friendly to everyone. Easygoing, polite. Everyone at school looks up to him. And not just because of his personality. He's also the smartest guy there. And according to a lot of people, insanely attractive. Myself included. But that's besides the point. One day I approached him in the hallway. I felt nervous, but desperate. The people targeting me had blackmailed me into not reaching out for any facility for help. I didn't know what else I could do. But his kind smile helped me calm down, even if only for a little bit. And so I told him about what was happening to me. All I expected was advice. I knew Liev was a busy guy, but he told me not to worry and that he would take care of it. A few days later, I found out a further investigation was carried out. They discovered that the bullies had been smoking on school grounds, which led them to being expelled. Liev hadn't just taken care of the problem, he made sure that it would never spring up again. I think that must have been the day I got a crush on him. I left a letter in his locker today. It's probably gonna be in vain, but best to be honest with my feelings, right? If he rejects me, oh well, I can cry about it over the weekend and then get over it. So I'm used to that kind of treatment by now anyway. Huh? I turned on my phone and I saw a new message from a number I didn't recognize. So, hi, is this Mew Deck? It's Liev from school. My heart skipped at the message before I shook my head to clear it. It could just be a prank, I told myself. This was way too good to be true. I mentally debated on whether or not to answer it. Eventually, curiosity got the better of me and I typed out a cautious response. Yeah. I don't want to sound rude, but how did you get my number? There were two possibilities here. Either Liev had found my attempt to confess hilarious, and he and his friends were going to prank me next, text me, or it was really him. I found myself wanting to be optimistic that it was the latter. From what I knew of him, he seemed far too mature for that kind of stuff anyways, but you never know. And also, what do you mean, how did he get your number? Didn't you write it on the note that you gave him in his locker? It's kind of weird that if you didn't write it on the note that you gave him, and he has it now. That's kind of a little weird, kind of a little strange. That's all I'm gonna say. His reply came within seconds of mine. You gave me your number in the letter today. Oh! You didn't remember that you wrote your own number, your own phone number down. Of course you did. Of course you did remember. My face flushed at the reminder of that stupid letter that we were just talking about like 2 seconds ago. And now I'm reminded of it, even though I was just saying that too. Okay, whatever. My face flushed at the reminder of that stupid letter, of the fact that I'd given him my number on the one chance that he would actually respond. I've been alternating between severely regretting it and feeling relieved that it was off my chest, and now... Oh, right, lol. Sorry, I was just a little worried. It's okay. I should apologize too. Random messages from people not in your context are always weird to get. Yeah, but it's okay. Because I gave you my number anyway, and I was expecting... Well, I wasn't expecting a text, but I was hoping for a text from you. Bro. Was Liev actually using an emoticon in his text? I didn't know why, but I found that kind of cute. He always struck me as a proper texter type, always using correct grammar and spelling. As I sat there doing my best not to fawn over the fact that freaking Liev Latane was texting me, my phone went off. So, are you free tomorrow? What? Was he serious? Freaking Liev was freaking... Wait, was Liev freaking Latane asking me out? Wait, but I asked first. Would that make it him accepting my confession? Wait, what if he meant, hold on. Wait, but I asked for, yeah. Wait, what if he meant something else and blah 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 blah. I can't read all that. I stopped myself before I could go on a ramble of paranoid thoughts. This was the most popular guy at school, for God's sakes. The guy I'm currently crushing on. I had to take the opportunity before it disappeared. But first, still in a mild state of disbelief, I made sure to confirm that it was indeed a date. Yeah, I am. Just want to check, but this is a date, right? Not just a hangout. Bro! Don't... Oh, no. What if it isn't a date? Now you don't even get to hang out with him. Well, I guess we put all of our feelings onto this letter, so maybe it is a date. Hey, call me overly paranoid, but I wanted to know now rather than later and save the disappointment. I briefly worried that he would take a long time to respond, but Mere moments later, my phone pinged again. Of course it's a date, silly. Why wouldn't it be? Bro, I can't believe it. I'm going on a date with Leah Blatane! The next day, I'm finally here after a 10-minute walk from the station. I cross the road until I'm in front of a big gate with an archway. Leah and I decide to go on to the amusement park for our date. An hour's train ride away. Wow, that's a big first date. I was thinking like we could have coffee or something where we're gonna go to a whole ass amusement park. Hell yeah, let's go. Our date. No matter how many times I repeat those two words to myself, I still can't quite believe that they're true. That this is really happening. I thought that the train ride would give me time to get myself together, but somehow it only made things worse. It only made me think of more ways this date could go wrong. What if I accidentally spill something on him? What if I do this? What if I do that? You get the idea. As of now, I have a lot of second thoughts about this. My feet move my body out as if on autopilot. I walk through the entrance, scanning the area for Liev. Speaking of Liev, I finally got around to actually adding him to my contacts under his actual name rather than unknown. Well, I would hope so, considering this is the guy that you're going to be dating, perhaps. He sent me a cute text this morning, and I'm a little ashamed to admit that I read it over and over again on the train. Good morning, I'm excited for our date. See you soon. Taking a deep breath, I do my best to calm the racing beat of my heart. I can't have him seeing me panic over a date like a love-struck schoolgirl. I look around, doing my best not to make it obvious that I'm looking for someone, searching for a hand waving me over, listening for a voice calling my name. Something. It dawns on me that I have no idea what he looks like outside the school settings. I consider sending him a text to ask him where he is. I turn on my phone, seeing a new message from him. Hey, I can see you. Look beside the leftmost ticket booth. I look towards the spot he pointed out to see someone waving at me. Am I finally gonna get to see this guy? I mean, I'm dating him, so I should know what he looks like, right? I walk over. I do my best not to think about my still racing heart. As I get closer, relief washes over me, briefly at the realization that the person in front of me was indeed the person I'd expected to meet. But then the relief is replaced by a crushing nervousness. There he is. Oh, he is kind of cute. Okay. Leah Blatane, the most popular guy at school. And my date with him has officially begun. Hey Mia, what's up? Who has pink eyes? Who has pink eyes other than people with pink eye? I mean, that's a cool character design. I wish people in real life could have pink eyes. That would be pretty cool, actually. Hey Mia, what's up? I'm not gonna survive this. What do I say? I'm good. How are you? I'm great, now that you're here. The pounding in my chest relaxes a bit. It's nice to know that he seems just as excited to see me as I am him. So, how was your trip here? Did you take the train? Yeah, it was good. If I could drive, I would have driven, but oh well. What about you? Did you drive? Yeah, I got my full recently. Damn, already? I don't even have my restricted yet. You know, I can drive you home if you want. That way you won't have to pay for another train fare. Just like that, he's offering me a drive home afterwards? Yeah, he's a gentleman. He's not gonna let lady pay for the sit on the cramped train. I don't like being on trains. One of my friends almost got robbed on a train, and we caught him, and we were like, dude, just what the fuck? It was crazy. That happened when I was in Spain. Anyway, Never mind. Just like that, he's offering me a drive home. I'm tempted to take the offer, but imagining being in a car with him, just the two of us for at least half an hour. Bro, it's gonna be the two of you throughout this whole date. So, another half an hour is nothing. Too much. Too much. Besides, it's too early to say whether or not he'll want to go through with that by the end of the day. If I'm really unlucky, he might just ditch mid-date. Bro, that's not luck, that's just sad. Why do you want him to do that? Christ, the mere thought of that is bringing sweat to my palms. Part of me knows that it's irrational to be so cautious, but I need to consider every possible thing that could go wrong. But I can't help it. It's not every day the head boy of your school agrees to go on a date with you. Subconsciously, I rub my palm against my leg. Are you okay? Yeah, just a little nervous. This is the first date I've ever gone on. Well, the first time I've ever gone on a date. Don't worry about it. It's my first date, too. It's a little surprising to hear that someone's so idolized by the school, even though I already knew about the rumors. Though I'm curious to know more about why he picked me of all people, I decided that matter best be left for later. We're still technically standing outside the amusement park. By now, we must look silly loitering about. So I point to the ticket booth, gesturing for him to follow. Come on, the park's still waiting. I think about taking his hand, but the very idea almost makes me combust. Instead, we walk together to the ticket booth. I pull out my wallet, intending to pay for mine myself, but Liam stops me, shielding my hand with his credit card. Huh? You don't need to do that. I can get my own ticket. But Liam shakes his head. Nah, it's okay. You did ask me out, so it's only fair. Usually when someone asks you out, they pay for the whole thing, but you know, Liam's gonna be a gentleman. He's gonna do it the other way around. He's just like, nah, girl, I got you. Go, Liev. Go, Liev, with your confidence. I'm about to argue his logic, but he smiles, reassuringly at me, as if to say it's no big deal. Sensing he's not going to budge, I shrug and tuck my wallet safely back in my bag. Part of me feels relieved that I'm gonna be saving money today. I don't know, once you get into those theme parks, like, that food that they got in there, some of those attractions, man, those are expensive, bro. Have you ever seen theme park food prices? Through the freaking roof. Through the roof. My God. The clerk hands us our tickets. Sweet. Have a good date, you two. We will, thank you. Why did I say that? Why did I just say that? Why did I just say that? Bro, you just said something general. Jeez. Wait. Oh, I guess we can count that as a win? I don't understand this person. This is all... The writing is kind of all over the place, in a way. I saw the head boy blush. The garden is gorgeous. Rose bushes line the pebbled pathway, and archways made of greenery and flowers greet us as we stroll past. I'm feeling better and calmer than earlier. The sight of pretty flowers also helps. Liev and I haven't really been talking, and honestly I'm fine with that, for the moment. Sometimes it's nice to take in your surroundings quietly. Inevitably, oh my god, I hate this word. Inevitably, I'm not even sure if I still said it right. Someone does speak, and it's Liev. Are you feeling better? Yeah. Sorry, I just get, nervous, I guess I said that. Get like this sometimes. Get like what? It's alright. You have nothing to apologize for. His words are nice to hear. I let my shoulders relax as I smile. Thank you. I left my gaze drift to the rose bushes, unsure of what else to say. stays quiet for a little longer. I worry that it's starting to become awkward for him. Thankfully, he's the one to start the conversation again. So how's school been going? I suppressed the urge to snort. Ah, please. We finally reached the weekend, and you want to talk about school? Well, it's kind of my job, isn't it? To represent the school. Well, yeah, but you're off duty. It's the weekend. Surely there are other things we can talk about. Oh, then quit fretting about the conversation and bring up another subject to talk about, Mew. I am so annoyed by my own character. Like, first she complains, oh, this might be a little awkward for him. But thankfully he saved the conversation. And he asked the general thing that anybody would ask. And you get mad at him and be like, bro, it's the weekend. Why are you talking about school? What? This is kind of like, what? Come on, man. Chill the hell out. It's just something. It's where you start. It's where you start a conversation. It's a general question to open the conversation up. You can tell him about what you think about school and maybe how you got there and about how you used to be in school or something. And then he can be like, oh yeah, school is great for me and I kind of get by fast because I'm smart and stuff. I don't really fucking know, but like, don't complain to yourself that it's awkward, that when you ask the general question and then thank him internally for saving you from that awkwardness. Just be like, just tear down his question. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I went on a rant there, but jeez, I don't get my character at all. But it's a weekend. Surely there are other things we can talk about. Fine, you're off the hook. For now. Scary. The big bad head boy is abusing his privileges on a poor defenseless student. Hey, you've had your fun. No need to rub the salt in the wound. We share a laugh and a little jest. It feels good sharing such a light moment with someone I've seen so intimidating before. That was really nice of you. I haven't laughed like that in a while. About what? I'm sorry, where was the joke? Why? Is the great Leah Latane too high and mighty for even a little chuckle? Bro, what is that question? Why you have to word it like that? Bro. God, I hate myself. I hate myself in this. I meant for my comment to be a light, teasing jab, but the sudden frown on his face makes my mouth clamp shut. I rub my forearms subconsciously. Crap, I'm sorry. Did I go too far? No, it's not that. You are right. I've been way too high-strung over the past few weeks, trying to manage everything going on. My heart sinks to my stomach. I should have known better than to insult him so casually, even if I only meant it as a joke. I'm sorry, I didn't mean what I said. I know, it's okay. We can sit down for a minute. My head is killing me. Sure? We head over to the nearest bench. Liev sits down and I follow, sitting a little away from him to give him space. He glances at me with a strangely disappointed look, but says nothing. We sit in silence together for a few minutes. I want to say something, but I'm worried that he's not in the mood for a chat. Bro, you did this to yourself, Mew. Listen to Mew. You suck. I hate this character. Oh my god. Yet, I can't help but be even more worried about him, about what he could be going through. What if holding it in was the reason for him feeling so down? I knew more than anything about how that felt. So I take the plunge and ask him the question. Liev, do you want to talk about it? He glances at me, looking surprised. He doesn't answer right away, probably trying to gather his words. It occurs to me that he probably doesn't get to do that often. Being head student required you to always look and act your best. Someone who was too open and complain about their problems a lot wouldn't exactly give the school a good look. I think I'm just a little stressed. A little? He sighs in defeat. Okay, maybe a lot. Of course, he was under a lot of stress. Aside from being head boy, he was a leader of 2 clubs and a UN youth rep. If I were in his position, I wouldn't even be able to function under all the crushing pressure. I think of what to say in response, something to help ease his burden. I'm here to listen, if you want to tell me about it. Why would he tell you anything? You just insulted him. Maybe jokingly, but still, this is your first date, and this is the first things you're saying to the other, and you decide a light insult would be a good thing? Ah, my God. She was so paranoid and so nervous. I'm surprised she would even consider that an option. Oh my God. I just don't get it. It's not a guarantee that I can help, and I feel bad about it. But I also have no idea what it's like to be in a position of leadership, let alone several. I can only hope that by listening, he'll be able to unload any worries plaguing his mind. It's just, a lot is going on right now, especially since we're heading towards the end of the year. I have so much to do, so much to think about. We have an athletes tournament coming up soon, and I have pretty much been in charge of training for it since the co-leader has been slacking off. There's a competition coming up for the debate team too, and we've all been training extra hard so we can take the cup home again this year. And next weekend, I have been a meeting for UN Youth, so I'll have to get up early and drive a few hours to get to the venue. Bro, what kind of school is this? Making their students drive around for a few hours just to get their stuff to get... Bro, all on top of studying for external exams and applying for scholarships. It almost feels like too much. Sometimes I just want to curl up in bed and stop coming to school. I knew he was stressed, but until now I had no idea how stressed. God, my troubles seem so minuscule compared to his. His schedule must be crazy packed, and he must have forgone at least a few commitments to be able to make it out to our first date. I'm really sorry that you have to go through that. Have you been able to talk to anyone else about it? Friends? Family? He must at least have some support system he can count on to be able to handle this much stress. To my surprise, Liam shakes his head. The people in the student council have their own things to worry about, and I'm not really close with anyone in my extended family. Huh? What about your parents? They haven't been much help. This is kind of a bare minimum they expect from me. So in other words, Liam has tiger parents that encourages his overachiever behavior. How wonderful. That's a little screwed up. I get that they're your parents and they only want to see you succeed, but can't they do anything to help? Maybe let you see a therapist? When Leah's parents, apparently being a renowned psychiatrist and lawyer, I was sure that they had to be rolling in dough. A therapist should be a small price to pay for the sake of your son's mental health. It's not that simple, huh? Why? Wait, if there's a psychiatrist there, why the fuck are they doing this to their teenage son? Any psychiatrist should know that a teenage boy requires a lot of work, and they don't, what is this? Why is the psychiatrist treating their child so bad? They should know that they need, that when there's something wrong, that they need therapy. What? I'm sorry, my brain is over-functioning at this. So, my parents are both workaholics. They never really have time to spend with me. especially recently since they both went away on business. Okay, the situation was a little more complicated than I thought. I knew that therapy to be wasn't the be all end all solution to things, but from the stories I read online, it was a step in the right direction. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume. No, it's okay. It's not exactly a situation with a single concrete solution. Still, you shouldn't have a shoulder or all of still, you shouldn't have to shoulder all that by yourself. It's not healthy. Real rich coming from the girl who's hiding her anxiety issues from her parents. But this isn't about me. It's about Liev and his problems. I'll tell you what. If nothing else, I'm here for you. You can talk to me about whatever's bothering you. It's a good thing we have each other's numbers now, eh? Normally, I'd be a little apprehensive to say that to someone I barely knew. But Liev has been so kind, accommodating my tendency to overthink things, and reassured me that I had nothing to be sorry for. I want to repay him in some way, even if I wouldn't know what to do. I wanted him to know that I would always be willing to lend a listening ear. Thank you, Mew. You're the first person to say that to me. Yeah? Really? Haven't any of your friends ever said they'll be there for you? Yeah, but you're the first person to actually try to discuss my problems. The people on student council usually go for the toxic positivity route, saying that I just need to cheer up and stuff, that life only gets tougher as we get older. Well, damn, maybe you need to get some new friends. Yes, I'll just calm down. Thanks so much. My anxiety is now cured. Liev cracks up laughing at my joke. I find myself joining him, the sound of his laughter contagious. I'm glad I managed to make him smile like that. It looks different, more genuine than the polite ones he gives people at school. Come to think of it, Liev is acting more relaxed right now than he usually does. He's usually so prim and proper, even with his approachable demeanor. But I shrug it off as to just him being different outside of school. Perhaps this was how he acted around his friends. Hey Mew, what you said earlier about getting new friends, I think I'll take that suggestion. So how about being my new best friend? I'm dumbfounded by his straightforwardness. What? Liev Latane, the most popular guy at school, wants me to be his best friend? A deep flush spread across my cheeks. As if this week wasn't crazy enough already. In the span of a few days, I had gone from being a nobody to becoming the first person in our senior year to date the head boy. Is that a yes? Yes, of course, but, huh? Isn't it a little late to ask me to be your friend? I mean, we're literally on a date together. A romantic one. Stop teasing me, Mew. Please, don't provoke the great Liev Latane, or I might just have to tell on you. I snort at his ridiculous fret. Oh, dear me, please, don't anything but that. Oh my god. Liev and I dissolve into another fit of laughter. The atmosphere is at last light once again, all worries temporarily forgotten. Hey Mew, yeah? Thank you. Thank you for hearing me out and for listening to my problems. I really do appreciate it. While the sincerity in his voice is also appreciated, it causes all sorts of warm and fuzzy feelings to flutter around inside me. It's no problem. Liev reaches into his pocket to check his phone. It's almost lunchtime. Want to go find somewhere to eat? Yep, I'm starving. And so we leave the garden with him, hopefully, a clearer mind, and me with a spring in my step. Yet he looks so sad in this moment before we leave. Just so sad. The restaurant we settled on was quaint, a quaint building that served Italian cuisine. When we step inside and Smell of freshly baked dough hits my nose. A wonderful aroma that just makes stomach growl. Oops, pardon me. Leah Merlia smiles at my antics. The menu pretty much has only a pizza or pasta options available, with a few yummy looking dessert options. Ooh. Hey Mew, what are you going to get? Good question. I have no idea. Is this a quick answer thing I have to do? Pizza or pasta? Pizza or pasta? Just like me, huh? There are so many options. I thought there were so few options because there's only pizza and pasta. How can there be so many options when there's only pizza and pasta? I guess there's different types of pasta, and then there's different sauces you could put on pasta, and then there's different toppings of pizza, obviously, but it's just pizza and pasta. Jesus. Pizza is big and shareable, and pasta is more secluded. I'm gonna do a pizza, though. Oh my god, okay, maybe there's a lot of options. Carne, fugue, margherita. I'm not gonna get pepperoni, that's basic. I'm not gonna look basic in front of this guy. I think fungi is like a mushroom pizza. Margarita is like a tomato pizza. I don't know. Carne is definitely a meat pizza. I'm gonna get carne. I'm gonna get some protein pizza. Protein pizza! I guess I'll get carne pizza. That sounds good. What if it's not a meat pizza? Yeah, I'll look really stupid right now. It sounds good. I'll get the same. I feel flattered that Leaf is imitating me. Well, either that or he just happened to want the same thing I did. Though there's still an issue of the price. I know I have money left over from the week's paycheck, but knowing how they like to gouge prices at places like this, I'll cover the bill, you don't have to worry. Why? What? Seriously, you don't have to. No, don't worry about it. Honestly, I want to treat you. I know that he probably gets a hefty allowance from his parents. Bro, you're assuming shit again. Stop assuming shit. Please. I am so sick and tired of this character. Oh my god. This is awful. But I still feel bad taking advantage of him like that on my first date. Well, bro, I mean, he did pay for the tickets. How about I pay for the whole meal? Huh? You heard me. I want to pay for the whole meal. I know, he looks genuinely caught off guard by my response. I feel a strange pride seeing that. Seeing a well-mannered head boy suddenly become a fluttered mess. Surprised? It's okay. This is my way of trying to help you feel better. You don't need to do this, though. But I still really want to. In the end, though, it is your call. Liev gazes at me for a moment, peering at my face, as if trying to figure out some hidden meaning behind my words. Are you really sure you want to do that? Oh! And you did pay for our admission tickets as well. I haven't forgotten. It just feels unfair that you should shoulder all of this yourself, Liev. Don't you have enough to worry about as it is? Honest, it's not a problem. You sure? I smile at him reassuringly. Yeah, of course. Okay, if you insist. Triumph erupts in my chest. As does negative anticipation. My bank account is not gonna forgive me for this. Hey, you're a high school student. What else do you gotta pay for? Do you have bills? I don't think so. Maybe you pay for your phone bill. But it's okay to treat yourself too. What's 2 pizzas gonna cost? Like $30, $40? I'm not sure what this universe's money is all about. We place our orders and wait for someone to show us our seats. Wait, we weren't already sitting down when we were placing our orders? What is this? A waiter soon ushers us to a table right by the windows. It gives us a nice view of the outside. Even if the other attractions and rides aren't exactly poetry material. We sit there in silence for a little while. I think Liam's forlorn expression from earlier, when he poured out his feelings for what was probably the first time in a while. I'm hoping that with my earlier offer, he'll have one less thing to worry about. Maybe he still has those troubles on his mind. He hasn't tried to make small talk since we ordered our food. I can't let him wallow in those thoughts. I have to distract him somehow. With those thoughts in mind, I open my mouth to speak. But before I can say anything, Liam speaks. Thank you, Mew. You're so kind. Are you really sure it's okay? I don't mind paying you back. It's okay, Liev. You don't have to worry about it. Think of this as me getting even with you for the admission tickets. Alright, I won't press, but if you change your mind, just let me know. I don't plan on acing him up, obviously, but I still nod. Sorry for acting so stubborn, it's just... I really want to play the part of a gentleman in the very end. Aw, that's so sweet of you. I hope I don't come off as sexist. I really do appreciate you paying for me. It's honestly all good, Leah. You really can stop talking about it now. We can talk about something else. Is that also something your parents taught you? Yeah. It's then that the waiter approaches our table and serves our appetizers and drinks, apologizing for the long wait. Yeah, I kind of get that. My mother kind of taught me that, the man has to pay for everything, and if he doesn't pay for anything, then he doesn't appreciate you, or he doesn't want you, he just wants to use you. And I don't think like that at all, by the way. That's just something that my mother tried to instill in me, and I'm just like, bruh, that's straight up bullshit. That's lies. Stop. You're the one being sexist. Jeez, shut that down. I had to shut that down. So yeah, just a little personal blip from my life, I guess, that I kind of relate to that. It's then the waiter approaches our table. Yep. I hadn't even noticed the time passing by, but I'm also glad to finally have something to eat. We have a plate of arancini to share between the two of us, with a side salad. Dang, what is arancini? Each ball has been sliced in half, so the filling is visible. I don't know what that is. I need to look that up. I take a piece and take a bite. Crunchy, cheesy, warm. It hits in all the right spots. The rest is half quickly disappears. Is it that good? Let me try. This is delicious. Thank you for recommending it, Mew. No prob. I have an aunt that brings these over sometimes. Her recipes, a bit different, but I love them too. I've been looking for a new recipe to learn, actually. Any chance I could steal it off her? Wait, you cook? Yeah, it's a bit of a hobby of mine. Against my better judgment, I start imagining a situation where we're a couple living together in an apartment, maybe somewhere in Auckland. One weekend morning, I would wake up and head to the kitchen, still half asleep. And Liev would be at the stove, cooking breakfast for the both of us. I'd wrap my arms around him from behind, lean my head on his shoulder, and then he'd turn around and kiss me and say that breakfast would be ready soon. Mew. Mew? Mew? Sorry, were you saying something? I shake the fantasy out of my head. How ridiculous. For one, we would never be able to afford a decent place in Auckland. For two, we're on our first date. Why am I already imagining us living together? Nothing. You just look like you were spacing out. Are you okay? I'm fine. There's no need to worry. I was just having a dream about us living together. A daydream, rather. You were saying something about cooking being your hobby. Yes. I find it relaxing and practical. I'm in the cooking club at school, though. How many fucking clubs are you in, man? Debate? Cooking? You're freaking team lead somewhere? What's going on, man? I don't usually have time to go to the meetings, though. But enough about me. What about you? What do you like to do outside of school? Here we go again. Man, I hate this question. Why do you hate questions like this? This is a general question. He told you what he likes to do outside of school, and then he asked you too. Why you hate that? I guess I like. He's interested in you. Why do you hate that? Stop hating that. God, my character annoys me so much. Though my voice sometimes shakes some nerves, I find it surprisingly easy to talk to Liev. He listens to everything I say attentively, occasionally making insightful comments about the subjects I bring up. I never knew you had so many cool interests. I can't believe we didn't go on a date sooner. Does he really think that highly of me? A flush threatens to burn up my cheeks again. Thank you, and sorry for talking about myself for so long. Don't apologize. I really like hearing you talk. I do my best to hide just how much that small comment is affecting me. This is the first time someone at school has said that to me, and it's the head boy of all people. Can you quit focusing on the fact that he's a head boy? He's just a nice guy. Don't think of him in the school sense. After all, this is the weekend anyway, so why would you think of him in the school sense on your first date? So, what about you? What do you like to do on your free time, other than cook? Oh, I'm nobody special. Come on. The head boy is nobody special. You've heard what pretty much all the senior year thinks about you, right? I've told you about myself. I want to know more about you two. Alright, ask me anything you want. Now's my chance. Do you have any siblings? Got any pets? Where are you from? Favorite food? Why did you pick me? Where are you from? So I hope this doesn't come off as weird, but I've heard rumors around school about you being from somewhere in Europe, and you're half so-and-so, etc. Is that true? Or you're born in New Zealand? Why is that even the topic at school? Sorry. You know how nosy people can be, and I guess I'm not helping by asking you. You don't have to share anything you don't want to, of course. It's okay, I don't mind telling you. Thank you for being considerate, though. I was born and raised here. My dad is French-American, and my mom is a Russian. That's all there is to say. I don't see why people want to know about that stuff so badly. Yeah. Sorry for asking such a personal question. I was really curious. No worries. I don't mind if you're the one asking. Are you fluent in French or Russian? I guess. I speak to my parents, mostly, other than talking to exchange students. I don't really speak either often. That's really cool, though. I wish I had the time to learn another language. I'm barely fluent in my own. Don't say that. You're a good speaker, Mew. But, no, she isn't. I'm sorry, but no, she isn't. But, if you want, I don't mind teaching you. Do you think you could be a fun idea for a date? Sounds great. Are you sure, though? I don't want to mess up your schedule. Of course. I'll always make time for you. How is Liam so good at saying things that make me feel so warm inside? Do you have any siblings? Got any pets? Favorite food? I like food, so favorite food. Huh? I guess it's carne pizza. You guess? He said exactly what I ordered for lunch. Speaking of which, it's taken an awfully long time. The waiter has already apologized for the delay earlier, but what could have happened and to cause another one? Sorry. It's not really something I've given much thought about. Bro, you cook! What's your favorite dish to cook? That's the question I would have asked. What do you like to cook, man? I just said that because it was the first thing that came to mind. Nah, I get it. Sorry as well. These kinds of questions always put me on the spot, but I'm also really bad with asking questions. You don't need to apologize too. But yeah, those questions are deceptively simple. Yet the moment you have to answer them, your brain just blanks. Exactly! It's kind of flattering that the first thing that came to his mind was something I like too. Even if it might not be that deep. Unless it was a deep dish pizza at... do you have any siblings? You talked about your parents before, but what about your siblings? Uh-oh, is something wrong? No, it's okay, I don't mind. I did have an older sister, but we're not exactly on talking terms at this moment. Oh, I'm sorry. She moved out of the house years ago. We haven't spoken since. Why did I even bring that up? Now I'm going to put him in a bad mood all over again. I feel even worse when I think about how his parents were treating him. It must be awful not to even have an older sibling to turn to. Liam's expression is unreadable, but I can tell that he's waiting for me to say something. Distract him? I got a sibling too, a little brother. I wonder if Liev might find it insensitive to me to mention my own sibling. Just like that. But to my surprise, he actually looks at me curiously. Really? What year is he in? Year 9? Even if he can be a pain sometimes, it's kind of adorable to see him carrying around so many books, asking me for help with maths and stuff. You seem like a great big sis. Thank you. We have our ups and downs, but in the end, I wouldn't trade him for anyone else. That's good. I'm glad that at least you got your brother to get along with. I hope that I've made him feel better and not just given him a cruel reminder of what he doesn't have. Got any pets? Not at the moment, but I did have a cat when I was younger. What was their name? His full name was Sayabulka. It's Ukrainian for little onion. Oh my god, I said that wrong, definitely. My mom always called him Onion. She would speak English to him and encouraged me to do it since she said it would let me practice. The mental image of Kid Liev chatting to his cat might just make my heart melt. He was a good kitty, but the best thing about him was how good of a hunter he was. Huh? Seriously? Yep. It might sound weird, but at one point, I thought of how useful he would be if a disaster struck. He could hunt for food where it would be too dangerous for me to go. Honestly, it was impressive. Mice, frogs, birds, insects. One time, he even brought home a half-dead rabbit. Not the most appetizing, but it would at least be a source of protein. What a good kitty indeed. That's a little much? That's not a little much, that's what cats do. Although, my cat hasn't brought me any dead animals, so he must not like me too much. He really was. So what about you, Mew? Nah, we can't really afford to keep one at the moment. That's a shame. But if you could have one, what would you want? A snake. I want a snake. Huh? Turning the question around, eh? Come on, I'm curious. Fine, I'll indulge you. If I could have a pet, I would get a cat, a dog, a fish, a bird, a rabbit, a lizard. Man, I want a snake. I want a snake. I guess I would choose a bird out of all this. Oh, you could teach it to say your name. Thanks. Maybe when I finish uni and find a decent place to live, I'll consider adopting one. Let me know when you do, okay? Of course. Okay, the final question. Why did you pick me? It was a question I had on my mind ever since yesterday, and now I've asked him. My mind races with hundreds of possibilities, most of them nonsensical, some straight out of a teen romance novel, and none of them can even ease the anxiety building up within me as the question finally is said out loud. Still, I want to know. I need to know. Mew, why do you even need to ask? It's obvious. You're kind and brave, empathetic and considerate. Why wouldn't I fall for you? That's not what I meant. There are many other people in our year who have their eyes on you, Liev. So many who are kind, brave, considerate, and empathetic, and actually have a presence at school. I'm just a random nobody who can barely hold a conversation without panicking. What I'm saying is, out of everyone else, why would you pick me? You want to know the truth, Mew? Well, it's because I love you. Oh! Oh! Oh, that mood shift was like 100%. Dang, okay. Okay. You're the only one for me. You always have been. Everyone else can burn in hell. Oh! Thanks, Liev, I guess. What? Am I hallucinating? I have to be. There's no way Liev just said those things to me. There's no way. He just looked at me in just in such a disturbing manner. Mew, are you okay? You're spacing out again. Is something wrong? It's nothing. I thought I saw. I want to be honest with him, but what if I accidentally insult him for real? There would be no coming back from that. I just thought I saw something weird. Okay. He looks unconvinced, but I can't blame him. But how do I even begin to explain what I thought I saw and heard? I try to clear the air with more small talk. Anyway, the food sure is taking a while, don't you think? Ugh, I know. Sorry about this, Mew. Let's go somewhere else next time. As I'm about to tell him there's no need to apologize, the waiter from the earlier practically dashes to our table, setting down the tray of dishes. I'm so sorry for the delay again. There was a huge problem in the kitchen, and we only just managed to resolve it. Here's a free pack of garlic bread for your troubles. I hope you enjoy the food. No, it's okay, we get it. No sooner than he had spoken, he immediately left, probably horribly embarrassed at having to be the one to serve the delayed food. Holy shit. What kind of look is that? Fucking asshole. Can't you see that we were talking? Bro, calm down. Bro, calm down. He was just bringing us the food, man. Bro, listen. It's okay. I was hungry, and he just served me food, so you should be happy for me. I'm hungry. Bro, what? Don't you see me? I know this trick, acting apologetic and giving you free stuff to get in your favor. But he's the waiter. He has to act like that since we're customers. I don't care. There was a glint in his eye. When he looked at you, he was doing it to steal your attention away. I know it. What is going on? Bro, chill the heck out, man. Chill the heck out. 1 minute Liev was acting like the sweetest boy in the world, and the next he's glaring daggers at the waiter for doing his job. Liev, huh? My voice is so loud that a few other patrons inside glance our direction. I lower my voice, but it's no less firm than before. You're making me really uncomfortable with how you're acting. Are you okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mew. These feelings are almost too much. I want to hold you, and at the same time, I want to murder everyone in this building. What the actual fuck? Part of me still wonders if I'm not hallucinating. That if I pinch myself, I'll wake up in bed, and this whole date with Liev will just be a strange dream. But this, it feels too real. I can clearly hear the bustling sounds of the restaurant, smell the food in front of me. See Liev grimming dementedly. What have I gotten myself into? The food. We better eat before it goes cold. Bro, yeah, that's what I was saying. We should have ate it like the moment that he got here, not have this whole thing about you being jealous about the guy doing his job, bro. There are so many questions running through my mind, but Liev just goes on as if he hasn't scared the living shit out of me. By now, I've lost my appetite, but I can't afford to waste the food. Alright then. Good. Maybe I can ask him questions while we're eating. Play it off as me wanting to know more about him, and just making sure he doesn't want to kill me. Hey Liev. Yeah, Moo? I'll never get tired of saying your name. He might have been trying to sound romantic, but his words only send a chill down my spine. Is it alright if I ask you some more questions? I always wanted to know more about you, in case you murder me or something, or so I can write it all down later and have someone know that was you. Mew is so sweet. Of course. Ask anything. Anything you want. Okay? So I was just wondering, what exactly happened to those guys who were harassing me? How did the school figure out that they were smoking and stuff? Mew, you shouldn't concern yourself with them anymore. I'm not concerned, just curious. I just want to know what evidence they found. You're so smart, Mew. You want to know the truth, don't you? Shit. He saw right through me. But I can't act scared. I nodded confirmation. The truth is I forged it. So he got people expelled over a lie? It was easy. All I had to do was bribe them into holding on to a pack of cigarettes. From there, it was as simple as reporting them to the dean. Apparently, the fools couldn't even keep their words. The dean found the cigarette butts in their lockers. And then, they were gone. Just like, can't have a bunch of smokers tarnish the school reputation, can we? Well, I mean, you gave them the pack, and they did end up smoking it, so it's not really a lie. How did she not suspect you? She could have never suspect the righteous head boy who had reported them in the first place. Why? Why go so far? Because it was all for you. I would do anything for you, Mew. Anything. Had you asked, I would have slaughtered them like they deserved. How could you say things like that? They might have been horrible people, but they're still people. You understand the meaning of what you're saying, right? I understand perfectly well. But I do care about them. I don't care about them. They're insignificant to me. He can't seem to see the situation from my point of view. These are real people with their own lives, their own families. It's horrifying to imagine being the reason for someone losing a child or a sibling. What if that had been your friend? It's the same difference. I would kill them for you too, and make them suffer for it. You would kill your own friends for me? They're not my real friends. They're just high status shields. If I'm nice to them, they'll shut down anything bad others might say about me. Meaning people can trust me, and thus be useful to me. Everything I've ever known about Liev is crumbling to dust. I can't believe this was the Liev truly, all along, hiding behind a handsome face and a kind smile. Mew, what did he ask? Are you scared of me? Who wouldn't be? This is who I really am. I can't hide it from you anymore. Do you hate me? Do you think I'm a monster? That's not it, I should report him to the police. What is that gonna do? He didn't do anything, except gave those guys cigarettes. But you can't really prove that, so I don't know what you would report. Oh, this guy says he's gonna kill a bunch of people, but he hasn't really killed anybody yet, and he has a really good reputation. I doubt anybody would listen to you, Mew. He's just given me a detailed confession of an actual crime, not to mention his current demeanor. But given how easily he had been able to fool the dean, I doubt he'd even be an option. Exactly. And speaking of his demeanor, how do I know that I'll live to tell the tale? I don't doubt he's capable of murder, and I'm well aware of how intelligent Liev is. But at the same time, he keeps insisting that he would do anything for me. Why would he be willing to go so far? Unless he plans on using me too, as a charity case. All at once, everything is too much. My heart pounds against my ribcage, and sweat pools on my palms. It's the worst than anything I've ever experienced. The whole world feels like it's spinning out of control. What am I going to do? What the hell am I going to do? I vaguely register Lieb tugging me out of my chair and towards the exit. Instinct screams at me to struggle, but anxiety renders me a marionette of my own panic. I'm helpless as Lieb leads me out of the restaurant and out of the park onto the park grounds. When I come to, I look around and find myself back in the garden. A place where Lieb had fooled me into feeling sorry for him. Speak of the devil, he's sitting beside me, keeping his distance, but no less of a looming threat. Mew, are you feeling better? How can you act like a concerned boyfriend right now when just minutes ago? Why did you bring me here? Because you were panicking. I want to bring you somewhere quiet, somewhere you could calm down. You think I'll believe you when you were just talking about killing people? How do I know you won't try to kill me as well? No, I wouldn't kill you, Mew. I could never. Then why? Why do you act like that? Sweet one moment, then murderous the next. Are you trying to trick me? I just wanted one good day with someone who liked me. I do like you, Mew. I love you. I always have. No wonder I'm so gullible that I actually believed that most popular guy at school liked me. I guess I can only blame myself. Stop saying those things. You're so perfect. Perfect! I've watched you. You say you're nobody, but that isn't true. You're so kind and considerate. You pick up other people's rubbish. You feed stray animals, and you even defend people who are being bullied. Given how he's been acting, I shouldn't be surprised, but he stalks me. Just my luck that I'll get an actual crazy stalker as my first date. I don't understand. You should be bitter like me, but you're not. You're empathetic and understanding and so kind, and what do you want from me? Huh? Am I a charity case to you? Are you trying to shower me with affection so you could show off to everyone how, you're so gracious you are? No, I don't care about anyone else. You're the only person who matters. Please believe me, Mew. All I want to be is with you and to make you happy. And if that means getting rid of a few pests along the way, then so be it. I don't know if I can. What you said earlier, do you really mean it? Or was it all a lie, just to get me to feel bad for you? I would never lie to you, Mew. I was really stressed from all the fake smiles I had to give, from all the work I was doing to appear normal. If you hadn't asked me out, I probably would have killed all those guys anyway. There's no more denying it. Lieb really is just that unstable. I have to think of something, a way to get out of here, to subdue him, something. I had originally thought of continuing to date him until he slipped up, gave me irrefutable evidence. But then I could report him to the police, preventing him from harming anyone else. But with how easily he's seen through my ruse, I'm not confident that will work. And I also can't deny his feelings. No one would be that persistently affectionate if they weren't trying to fool somebody. And no one would go as far as expulsion and threats of murder. It would have been kind of nice for him to be so devoted had he been a normal boy. Alas, I'm not that lucky. In that case, there must be a way to help him, or at least find him some help. I just have to get the rest of this date. Get through the rest of this date. If I end it now, he might assume the worst. I also have to watch what I say and do. One wrong move and Leah might stab the next person to glance in my direction. Okay. I think I'm calmed down now. Let's go do something. We're still on a date after all. Hold on. You didn't answer my question earlier. Mew, do you think I'm a monster? Okay, let's think. If I answer honestly, he will definitely take it the wrong way, but if I lie, he might see through it. So what should I do? Ah, this feels like a savable moment. Right here. Do I die? Or do I not die? I'll be honest with him. Liev, the way you're acting is really concerning. I hate to say it, but you're not acting well. So you're saying, let me explain. You're not a monster, but I do have a request. Hey, a request? Don't talk about murder so casually, even if you're doing it for me. It ruins the mood, you know, it's scary. Ah, of course. I'm so stupid. Of course I scare you. Of course. Liev, come on. Let's continue our date. I still want to enjoy our time together. Don't you want to do that too? Of course I do. Good. Then let's decide right now. Where do you want to go next? I don't know. I don't mind. Whatever Mew wants, I want. Okay. But if I wasn't a factor in the decision, what would you choose? I wouldn't want to be here in the first place if you weren't, but I guess the haunted house. Do you like that idea, Mew? Suggesting that after we had our talk about scary things? Actually, me, personally, I want to go into the haunted house. Just not with a crazy stalker murder boy. Actually, that seems pretty in character for Liev. But at least he's making the decision instead of deferring to me. Sounds fun. Let's go do it then. Are you scared, Mew? Don't worry, I'll protect you. You can hold on to me if it gets too much. Hey, I can handle myself just fine, thank you very much. Let's see this date through to the end. Starting with the haunted house. Demo end. Full version coming soon. Check out Game's Itch.io page for updates. Thank you so much for playing. Ooh, and they changed it? Nice. I love it. Okay. So, obviously, the demon psycho murderer guy is in the wrong. But I, in the beginning of the day, was really stupid saying some of that stuff. But that's just me. That's just me saying that. Some of the dialogue was a little choppy, I think. Some of the jokes, I guess, didn't really make sense. Especially the very first one. That they were like, I don't know how the transition happened there. The writing, though, other than that, was pretty good. It was pretty smooth. It went pretty throughout a date. And it was a lot more than I expected for the demo. So I am very surprised by that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Pulsatio Cordis. And I probably said that wrong, but anyway. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.